Mic check. Okay, cool. Hey, everybody, welcome to Since We Last Spoke. Please wait patiently while we connect up these cables. We'll be back in a moment. In the meantime, I hope you enjoy this jazzy tune, one of my favorites by Brian Bennett, Solstice. Yeah, I didn't get my radio show in, so welcome to the Since We Last Spoke pre show radio. We'll be back with you very soon. I'm muted. Hey everyone, we're just waiting for Sway to join in real quick. Please bear with me while I adjust, make some slight adjustments here to the framing, fix myself up. I hope you've been enjoying jamming out to this track. Brian Bennett, Solstice, real jam, real smooth groove. I've been getting back into like funk lately. Just feeling that like I mean it's where I came from listening to The Revolution Will Be Televised. If you know that track by Gil Scott Heron, like that was seriously one of my big influences was funk, really. That and like street art, like those two things really just blew up. And really developed like my passion for street art and that as well. There was such a while where all I wanted was Supreme. Like all I wanted was a Supreme item, and now I'm out here. I spent my fucking savings on a leather jacket. You see back there? Bad move. Anyway, we make mistakes. I mean, I wouldn't really call fashion a mistake. Everything you buy, every clothing item you buy, is a development of your wardrobe. So in some respects, it's not a loss really. But at the end of the day, like if you're spending something financially on something, you're spending something. So you better hope you're going to make some more eventually. But I'm going to adjust this lighting real quick as well. Thank you for joining me. We're here. We're going to be live with Sway very shortly. So he's going to be joining, and then we're gonna take this off. Episode 10. Can you believe it? Episode 10 already. I'm in awe. Every time I have another episode, I'm like I can't believe we're just growing the episodes as we are. The community is growing. Every stream is bigger than the last. Every stream is better. We now have this. We're now in the living room here, in the Nevada trailer. You see this? My outfit gets better every episode. And we're still not even fully live yet. We got bigger things on the way. Anyway, I'll be back in a moment. Enjoy this track. The next one right now, we got Threatnique. I'm going to be back in a second. And I'm back. There we go. If you're joining us, welcome to the show. We're waiting for our guest, and I decided to take it off a bit earlier. So, how are you doing? I hope you're well. I hope everything's okay, and your life has been lifing. I'm out here in Nevada, if you can't tell by the trailer in the background. No, Milan, Italy. I've been here since October and chasing the dream, which has been great. It's been a big challenge. I've only cried in the shower a couple of times. And we have Sway in the mix. We'll give him a second to set up his audio.
Hi
What's
y'all, how we
Sway?
doing?
Good, man. Good. How are you?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. Sorry it took so long. Fucking
That's
hell.
all right. That's all right. It's all good. It takes a second to kind of set everything up and that.
Yeah, this is cool.
Welcome. Yeah, this is the show as it exists right now.
hmm
Online, but as soon as I'm back in Australia, we're gonna be doing some really cool things with this show. Like I want it to become something that's more than just a podcast. Like we're gonna have live segments and some really funny kind of skit style things that were inspired by the Eric Andre show.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like it's going to be really fun, and I'm going to be really excited to take it somewhere that's really special. So I'm really glad that like people are vibing with it, and to the few people that are watching and listening, thank you. But yeah, this is Eric Sway, not
Yeah.
Andre. One of the
No.
great one of the other great Erics of the world, though.
Dude. Easy,
Joining me for
easy.
episode 10 right now, which is crazy. I was saying just before that every time I get a new episode, I'm like, I feel so privileged to be able to, hop on and just like have fun. But the fact that I'm up to episode 10 already is like crazy.
Yeah. That's an
You
achievement on its own, bro. So congrats on episode 10. I'm very
lot of
grateful to
fun.
be on episode 10 as well. Like,
Sick.
truly.
10 is a good number.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then we just had I just had Threat Neek. Shout out to Threat Neek. Had him on the mix just then. He was playing in the background, so that was a lot of fun.
Sick.
So yeah, Eric Sway, what's been happening, man? I haven't been obviously. I've been out here, Milan, Italy. So I've been seeing like pockets of things that are happening. To give some of what I've seen so far in the Sydney scene. I mean, Jet Williams dropped a book, which is super cool, and
Oh,
that his book came out. He had a gallery show, which was cool. So I've seen some galleries popping off. I've seen some local artists that are doing their thing and they're releasing some tracks. Some up and coming artists that are like looking really great as well. You guys with Flannel Flower have been doing a lot. But yeah, from you've been boots on the ground. So like, what's been happening? Fill me in. What have I?
yeah, bro. Yeah. Honestly, the galleries, yeah, Jet's gallery was really cool. I didn't stick around too long for the panel. I wish I did, but that was really cool. Read the book and I love it.
Cool.
Um, a lot of galleries have been popping up. A lot of new artists have been coming out. I unfortunately have not been in the trenches as much as I had hoped. Um, Especially since I've been doing stuff with Final Flower a lot more, and that's been really good. We've had a few shows.
Sick.
It's been really fun. Like we're really enjoying that, honestly. So the scene is still alive. It's still the same as you remember it is, but it's just malls coming out, little pockets here and there popping up, and yeah,
Okay.
honestly, it's just thriving. It's thriving.
That's good. Thriving is what I want to hear. I feel like the Sydney scene is always that case. Like I guess I get it. It goes in like ebbs and flows, but I know that it can like build to something that's really great. And that as well.
Yeah.
So like the energy is there. I'm just like people just got to keep putting in. You know,
Hmm.
just like and just keep like creating. I think don't sit on the fence. Don't sit on. Try not to like do what you're doing with Flannel Flower, where you're like you guys are trying to be like in the mix.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We love being in the mix. It's really fun because we get to work with other bands, network with more people, and then try different venues. Been to some I haven't been before.
Mm.
Yeah, man, big things in the works, really. Yeah,
Yeah, that's sick. I mean, it's important as well to like to try your best to like really like ride the ride. If you're creative, strap yourself in and like because we can do this thing a lot of the time where we take the outer body, where we're like, oh, this is a really cool, like, even like how I said before, it's real privilege to kind of like do these shows. But as much as I'm like, okay, this is a show that I'm doing, and then now I'm in, like this is a performance that you're doing, and then now you're in, to really be on the ride, experiencing it. Because otherwise, you're not genuine. I think you're not present, you know,
yeah,
um,
exactly.
which
You end
is
up becoming an observer, at the end of the day, and just a supporter. But we need people actually there to make it work and to show that it's actually making a difference.
yeah, and someone to do like the controversial things that artists are meant to do, you know.
Hmm.
Like I feel like there's a lot of like fear as well, in the arts and like being an artist. You're sort of like edging on this feeling of like, is what I'm doing going to be understood or like, but at times I feel like that's just a lot of not being present and us
Yeah.
thinking like, how's this going to be received, right? Like, how do you feel
Hmm.
like you guys, how does like a writing session go with you guys with Funnel Flower?
Honestly, for us, a lot of it's during practice. So we end up practicing the songs. In between the songs, we just have a little jam session, and then it's like, oh, I like that, and we just pick up the groove, and then but like most of the songs, Skunks is the mastermind behind it. He's a guitarist, lead
Mm,
vocals. He's pretty much had just a big catalog of songs that he's just had sitting that he just wanted to actually put into practice and use. And yeah, we just pretty much follow his lead, but most of the time, yeah, we just jam out and practice during practice and see what
mhm.
sticks and what doesn't. But most of the time, it's just been fun. Just it's how it goes, really. Yeah.
Just like coming up with new ideas. Do you guys like? Will someone just be like, "Oh, here's a riff," and then you guys will jump on the idea and kind of see where it goes?
Yeah, yeah, just not saying anything really. It's just, someone plays a riff or a drummer lucky, he plays like you know, a few beats and then off we go and then we just start going, look at each other like, "Oh, this is cool." And then just keep going and going. It's
Cool.
fun honestly, jam with these guys.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice, nice. Do you feel that do you write any of the songs down, or you guys just have like a list of names, or like what's the process of like cataloging songs, so they don't get lost?
Yeah, well, a lot of our songs we do have already practiced and worked on, not recorded though. We have them on lock. With new songs though, we pretty much just record the audio, see like when we come back to it. At the moment, we're pretty much just trying to get our name out a little bit more before we start releasing and even just working on newer songs. So we have a select few of songs that we try to do, see which one
Mm,
works, what doesn't, change the set list, and then yeah, just keep improving from there really. But at the moment, it's just yeah, a trial and error type of situation we're in.
cool, cool. Yeah, that's the natural flow. I feel like
Mm,
I guess just the just testing, and doing.
yeah, literally, literally.
So, how I see when you guys post like people mosh. Has anyone been like hurt in the mosh yet?
Ah, no, no. And
Okay,
even if someone does, it's just, I guess, culture in that sort of scene for us to pick that
true.
person up and
They
just keep
do.
going.
There
Yeah.
is good mosh culture.
Yeah.
Well, I remember like a story that one of my friends said but good mosh culture isn't like across all bands, right? Because I know
Yeah.
I've heard stories in some mosh pits like you're gonna get fucked. I mean, for the most part, I feel like, but some of those like surely some of the death metal mosh pits are just like if you fall, like that could be it. You could lose a limb if you fall in one of those
Literally.
mosh pits.
Yeah. I feel like it really depends on the demographic you're with and what band you're seeing. But a lot of times though, it's pretty standard to pick someone up because it's very dark. People have high energy. There's crazy shit going, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
um,
like help someone
you
out, I guess.
sometimes you just miss them while you're just running around in a circle or hitting someone else. Like you just end up trampling over someone. But a lot of the times, yeah, there's a pause. It's like, oh, whoa, wait, this guy's falling. Just pick him up, pick him up.
Yeah,
Yeah, at
I
least
guess.
in my experience has been that. Yeah.
Yeah, true. I guess nobody's there to like truly hurt anyone in a mosh pit. Like
Yeah,
you're
no,
just,
no.
not unless you're like that guy. But I feel like that guy gets called out. Like you get tested pretty quickly if you're that guy in a
Oh
mosh pit.
yeah, oh yeah. If there is that guy there, he just ends up getting checked real quick. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, because no one's really there to take aggression out. Everyone's there to sort of share energy and then input that energy as well.
true.
You
Share
know?
energy is a funny way to say like punch each other in the face, but
Yeah. I
like I
mean, when
said,
that riff, yeah, when it drops, like you've got to like just share that energy with my fists in your face,
yeah.
like.
Like I guess like Slipknot mosh pits. We're gonna bring it here to this scene. Oh wait, one sec. Um, I wanted to I'm curious to see what's like. Are there any clips from like Slipknot mosh pits of people getting like absolutely like destroyed?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like I don't know. Slipknot feels like to me is some of the most. Okay, there's probably like nothing crazy going on, but I love when this. Oh yeah, here we go. Do you know any of the terminology behind like what we're seeing here? Can you analyze this the scenes that we're seeing, like this circular pattern here? You know
Yeah.
Yeah. What is this like a circle pit, and then this is like a cross pit, or like
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. The
yeah.
Wall
The
of
Wall of
Walls of Death is my
Death is like my
Oh,
favorite.
well,
favorite.
explain the wall of death for people in the. I mean, if everyone might. Yeah, I don't know. Explain the wall of
Might
death.
not
Might
get
not
it.
get it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty
it's pretty
much
much
the.
the.
So I'm
So
hearing
I'm hearing
feedback on
feedback
my
on my
end.
end.
Oh, true. Oh, wait, no, that's my fault. Hold on. Uh, one sec. There we go. That should be good now.
Oh, true. Yeah. Okay. Bet. Bet. Yeah. So the Wall of Death, it's pretty much just like the guy will say, "Open it, split it open," and when it's split open, both ends either side of the crowd just run at each other, and that'll just be you guys just hitting each other and just,
Mm.
just moshing. It's the same thing, but it's more just represented differently. But a circle pit is pretty much running in circles, people falling over. That's where most people fall over the most because you end up falling over yourself or someone else's shoes. But the wall of death is pretty much where people get the most hurt,
Yeah, that's like
really.
front on, like a head-on collision.
Yeah, yeah. It's just going to war, bringing out that ancestral blood, and just
Yeah,
yeah, blood of glory, and just go ahead and just smack each other like you
there is
normally.
something tribal about it. Hey.
Yeah, literally. Especially with mosh pits, it's very tribal. That's what I mean with sharing energy. It's just like, even chicks get involved, which I love as well, because it's not
Yeah.
just dedicated to men, like, or even anyone really. It's just everyone gets involved. Even I've even seen old heads jump in on, you know,
Oh my
these
god.
things.
Oh my, you
Yeah,
see the old head jump in. That's another level. What kind of concert
yeah,
were you
bro.
at where there was an old head jumping in the mix?
Oh, I've been to a few, man. Like, so some hardcore
Oh,
bands
true.
always bring out just a bunch of people like
Yeah.
especially the older generation, just come out, just still want to support it and see what the new generation's up to. Like,
Yep, yep. They
yeah.
emerge. I mean, like
Hmm.
mosh pits have been this thing in our inhuman history that have been around for like ever since, I guess. I wonder when the first mosh pit, who could have come up with the first mosh pit and how?
I really
What
don't know. That's a good question. Who started the mosh?
who started the mosh? The
Yeah.
first there's let me see real quick. The origins of the mosh pit and how did they spread? Oh god, that's a big someone really Reddit is a crazy place, I feel like.
Yeah.
Let's see what
Yeah.
Google Gemini says. It emerged in the 1970s within Southern California and Washington DC hardcore punk scenes. Okay, cool. During the 80s
Damn.
and the 70s punk, the term was coined around 1979 when Bad Brains, have you heard of that band?
Yeah, I love Bad
Okay,
Brains.
cool. Shouted "smash it" in his Jamaican accent. Smash it. I can't. That was. Hope there's no one Jamaican watching that. I don't know how they'd say that in Jamaican, but probably like "smash it" because they still speak English. Fucking idiot.
It's
Which
forever
fans?
Greek.
Okay, "mash it," which fans interpreted as "mosh it." So the original was "smash it,"
Mm.
right?
Yeah, so it was used to be smashing and smashing each other. Now it's moshing.
Yeah, that's cool. I guess it, like I was saying, yeah. There's these cool things in popular culture that we like have brought about with us, into the
Yeah.
future of just like things as well, like ciphers and things like that amongst rappers and MCs. You know,
Hmm.
just
Yeah,
things that like we bring with us like through the arts and they're like just rituals. I guess we really like rituals. You know.
we do. Yeah.
I think it's important, honestly, in a way, like not to do any weird, like sacrificial things, but, and I mean, like, I know there's like certain people that do that, but listen, if you got a lamb and you're going to sacrifice it, okay, it's up to you. I'm not going to be here to,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be here to tell you what you should and shouldn't do, but I'm just going to say that it gets weird when you're
Yeah.
out in the woods.
Probably the biggest tradition that I've loved from the rock scene is pretty much burning of the guitar or smashing it.
Yeah.
It's probably my favorite thing. It started from like, old punk bands, just even Jimi Hendrix, my favorite example of him burning his white guitar. I think it was
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's find that. Let me see that hit. Is that probably like who is your major influence then? If obviously like it's great to have like a reference point, but someone who I feel like you remember as a child,
Yeah.
that is it would you say it's Jimi Hendrix or is it someone
Oh
else?
yeah. Yeah,
Jimi
Jimi
Hendrix.
Hendrix. I say in our music, so it sounds nothing like him, but my biggest
Mm.
inspiration in music has always been Jimmy. I've loved his, I guess, free flowing spirit and just not giving a crap attitude because he's done covers of bands just moments after they've released a new single. He just covers it on stage, and you
Oh,
know
true.
he he
I
stands
didn't know
out.
he did that.
Yeah,
So he
yeah,
was a big cover artist as well, because I feel like not many people. I definitely didn't know that, and I'm
yeah.
like a moderate Jimi Hendrix fan. I consider myself
Yeah,
a
well,
fan,
he
but I
started
didn't know.
in a jazz band, just working in a jazz bar with this other group. Forget the name, but he's a big artist, and then he ended up just forming Jimi Hendrix Experience, doing his own thing. Yeah, there you go.
Whoa,
These
this is
guys.
them! Oh my god, bro, they
Yeah,
look goofy as. That's
yeah,
crazy. What did? Damn, bro, acid really changes a man.
yeah, bro. Growing out your hair, the '80s.
Jimmy went from zero to main character. I mean,
Literally,
no offense
bro.
to these guys, but like, dude, this guy's uh, head shape is just tremendous. I don't think
Head shape.
this guy in the middle is. You could tell he's the brains of the operation.
Yeah. Jimmy didn't really do much back then, but yeah,
True.
he ended up even covering what's it called? I think Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Heart Band
Hmm.
during one show as well, and then he even had like a guitar off with Clapton, and even Clapton was just like, no, this guy's too good for me, and he just backed off.
Whoa.
Like, yeah, like everyone who ever speaks about Hendrix is like, he's too good.
He was, yeah,
Yeah,
he's definitely one of the greatest of all time. Like, yeah,
literally.
but without a doubt, when you're talking about guitarists and just like artists, I think, and it definitely because of that like free natured spirit, like he was just such a like an open channel to whatever I guess the universe was trying to put through him, and he was just like channeling that. But it's interesting that he comes from that like more classical trained mindset.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's coming from like a blues era, because that was big in like the 70s and
Yeah,
60s when he was growing up. Yeah, I used to think he was self-taught, but I think with all of like his riffs are pretty much self-taught because he adds a lot of just, little innotations in each one and just, just shreds the whole thing like a keyboard practically.
yeah, you're right. It does feel very like sequential, I guess, in a way. If I was to
Yeah.
think of it like that, it's
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. That's interesting to say that it like is similar to like a keyboard, because I guess, I mean, would you say guitar is somewhat more? Would you say it's like more similar to a keyboard than what
I
people
don't know
think?
really, actually, just because a lot of the notes you can hit just it just don't really hit the same because you can't really shred. I don't know, you can shred, but not in the same
Yeah.
way, I guess. Yeah, I'm not really the musically like inclined person in this
True.
sort of aspect. I feel like yeah, it's just out
Still
of
though, I
my
guess what you feel like we've all seen people shred on the keys. When you see someone shred on the key, like really shred, you're like,
yeah.
oh my, like I know he's just sitting down. It looks kind of unnatural because it's like they're sitting down, but then they're
Mm,
shredding. It's like this
literally.
juxtaposition because you're like, they're fucking shit up right now. Like this man is going to war on the keys and he's just sitting down.
Yeah,
It's like,
literally. Heart and soul
Marley.
to it.
Marley, who rolls with the river, is crazy, right?
Mm,
I mean, if
yeah.
yeah, if you haven't seen Marley play or heard him play, then I mean, you gotta go to Trocadero Lounge. I don't know if they're still playing there.
Mari's doing the DJ deck. He's talking about someone else, right?
No, no, Marley,
Yeah,
Marley.
I don't think I know
Okay,
them. Yeah, no.
he's the keys player who rolls with River.
Right, is he the yeah, okay, no, I remember him because like
Yeah.
yeah, he has like a thick little mustache and like yeah, yeah,
And he always plays
that
he
dude's
always
cool.
plays the Spider-Man riff.
Yeah, he plays like a lot of just random like Nokia tones and just random
Yeah.
ringtones and sounds. I was like, that's
Yeah.
so cool.
But he can
Yeah.
actually shred as well, like on the keys. Like he actually,
Mm,
like when he's going in, like when he's had a rough week, when the rent is due, that man is
yeah.
shredding. Because I've been to
Damn.
Trocadero and I've been like, damn, bro, he's coming from somewhere tonight.
Yeah,
Um,
bro. Wouldn't be
so
surprised really.
but yeah, so that's cool, and I feel like because I used to play guitar, and it was really cool. It was really like something that was really inspiring to me. But then I even remember singing for one performance, and I was like, "Oh,
Mm.
this is a bit too." What did I? The Blackbird. by the Beatles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was what my teacher was like. You got to perform this. You got to sing. And I was like so nervous, dude. I never felt more nervous in my, and this is like year seven, so it's like performing in front of people. I don't know.
For your
It's
whole
fucking
class and sing. So what happened?
yeah.
You
There's
just
even
stopped this
parents.
guitar?
Yeah, I guess like after I sort of started doing more art, like in that sort of other area, I was like, yeah, my love for it sort of just dwindled, and then I stopped practicing as much, you know.
Yeah.
But I think musically, it's still something that like resonates with me, or at least like how I learned. Part of what I learned about just like playing music on guitar still sticks with me because the ability to like jam, I think that's universal. You
Yeah.
know, in that like being someone who can like step in with a bunch of musicians and just jam with them is really just about like acknowledging the pockets and feeling the energy of the room and just being open, and
Yeah.
like and really listening. I think that's something that it's something that I've been trying to work on because now, you know, I do more things that like require me to like listen more and
Yeah.
be truly present,
Mm,
which is
mm.
something that's hard because everybody now is on the go. It's just so fast, you know.
Yeah, literally.
And so that's something that I feel like we can all do a little bit more of. And I've been looking into like things like I don't know if you've heard of the Meisner technique.
No, that
The,
sounds familiar though, but no.
so the Meisner technique is this like area of acting where it's just about like listening and giving like the truest response instead of like thinking about your lines or your script lines. Like that comes in later, but before all that, like what it teaches is that like in order to get the most out of you know a scenario or an event, like you have to be really present with the people that you're
Yeah.
sharing the moment with, and
Yeah.
and like sort of let go of as much prejudice and as much like assumption as you sort of can to become truly present with yourself because only then can you have like the truest interaction. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
been
just I dig that. It's like pretty much just not second guessing and just doing what feels more natural, putting your all into it in a way.
It's
I like
yeah,
that.
it's like less of a guess because I mean, a guessing is maybe if you're unsure, and then if you're unsure, maybe you shouldn't be there or in some way, and but I guess to some degree, like you should be pushing to be uncomfortable because that's sort of how you know you're growing. But I guess the idea is that in those situations where you feel uncomfortable is to be truly in that moment instead of maybe thinking like why you're uncomfortable or like, oh, I can't wait till this feeling is over. Being more, like I said, like in the ride, like strapped in. Because so much of, like I said before, like what I've been doing in the course is so much like analysis, it's like analyze the greats, analyze this and Rick Owens and like what colors are they using and things like that inspire us. But I think you can become like addicted to that analysis and then you can start to use it too much and forget to be like on the ride as because like I said, you're on the ride as well. Your job
Yeah.
your job is to be truly here and understand more because the more you live, the more you should understand more about yourself. Not it shouldn't be reversed.
Yeah, exactly. Just sticking true to who you are. I mean, inspiration's good, but like not stealing the whole idea because at the end of the day, it's just someone else's ideas you're borrowing and it's never really your own.
In a
I get
way,
that.
and
Mm.
and we had this one teacher in class and he was like, well, he was interesting. He just said just steal. Not steal where like pretend it's your own, but like if you
Yeah.
see someone's idea, like just just use that as a point to create something that you like about that. And he said like don't get too scared about like the whole like, oh, they're copying me, or like, because nothing is an exact replica. It's like whatever you put out is going to be similar. So um it was interesting to hear that perspective, for someone to say like, hey, like just copy it.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, that's what most like I've seen some designers do. It's like if it's a pair of jeans that you like and you really like the cut, it's just steal that cut and just make it your own. Yeah. Okay,
That happens
cool.
a lot in fashion as well. I'm just going to quickly
Yeah,
let me get a picture here of us. Put it on the story here. That's actually a really good photo, Sway. That might be your best. That might be your best portrait, and we're across the world right now.
literally, bro. What's the time over there for you right now?
It's pretty much like flipped. So it's 11:07 a.m.
Right.
Um,
Damn.
yeah, it's been so interesting having like the different dynamic because like it's funny though because then when I post daytime here, it's kind of nighttime there. So it's like weird being in two markets at the same time, like two channels. If you know what I mean?
Literally, yeah. I get you. I get you. Has it been like a bit of a challenge getting people on the show since would you say most of your guests have been from Sydney in a way so far?
Yeah, pretty much like because if I do it here, my one thing is like I don't know how I'm gonna approach it yet. I have a friend who's been doing the photography and he recently got a camera and a mic, so now more than ever we're
Hmm.
getting closer. But I'm still
Yeah.
like when I finally do it in person, like I want it to be like I want to have two couches set up and I want to be able to like have a nice setup. So, for now I'm just going to enjoy like we said like the process of it being like is starting from this and then when it is physical and we have a set and production kind of increases in a way, then to look back on these episodes and be like, wow. So, but finding guests has been really easy. It's been great. Like next week, I have my homie Coco from New York, so she's coming on the
Oh,
show. And I've just it's been good for me because like to reach out and reconnect with people that I've connected with, and
yeah.
now we get to kind of just like just talk for a minute and just kind of catch up and talk about things that we've been doing and how life has been like, and that's yeah, I
Mm.
feel like it's important as well, because a lot of like the media now is just so surface.
Yeah, man. It's cool that you're getting to reach out to these old friends and be like, hey, let's catch up. It practically is just a way you guys catch up, talk about things, which I like
Mm,
about podcasts, not just a
mm,
structured interview, especially with old friends, you know? It's really cool. I'm really happy
yeah.
you're doing this, Zeke.
Yeah, well, I'm glad as well, man, because yeah, like I said, like it's not really like an interview. Like you would ask me, like, what's the interview like? And I was like, well, it's a podcast because I thought where interviews are sort of have this staged element, and I like the idea
Yeah.
of being able to like naturally just jump on and just see what happens, you know.
Mm.
Um, we go back for a minute though. If we want to give some of the audience some of the history, what's the memory that as far back as you can remember. Because if I'm not mistaken, was it that show in Bottega Studios with Solus?
No, no. It
Okay.
was pretty much one of probably because I'm not sure what time I ended up coming into it, but you end up having a fashion show. It was the one right before the Boy versus World.
Mm.
Um, I ended up just going up to you backstage. I didn't even know I was supposed to be back there, but I just snuck my way in and
True.
just ran up the stairs. And I go up and I see you. I was like, okay, that's Zeke. Um, so I go up to you and I pretty much just say, hey man, look, I'd love to just like be a fly on the wall and just check it out. I was really, I don't know, it was just magnetic for me just to be around and see how it works. I thought it was really cool. You had a whole show, all these models behind you, and that's pretty much as far back as it goes. Just that was the
True.
first time I met you. Is
I
that
do remember
fashion
that.
show?
I
Yeah,
feel like
and
you were
then
tall.
afterwards, I was tall. I
I feel
am
like you were
tall.
really tall. For some reason, when I remember seeing you, maybe I was like sitting on the ground or something at that time. I was like, damn, bro, this guy's like 7 foot tall.
No, I think so. I think you were on the floor. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
But fucking hell, yeah. I ended up just, I don't know. Immediately, you didn't really close me off and be like, no, no, no. You thought I wanted something, but I really didn't. I just really just wanted to just learn. Like that's the point I
Mm,
was. I just wanted to
mm,
learn and like, just be around it and be around that inspiration. And
mm.
yeah, we ended up just doing a whole bunch of different sessions here and there. Like, we come out each week, try different projects, different photos. I'll be honest, Zeke, at first, I was like, what's the point of this? This is so stupid.
I feel like that was a big struggle for you. It was like trying to be like, get your head around like what were we doing? And I was like, you're just kind of like jamming. That was,
Yeah.
but I think I don't know if we ever managed to kind of grasp that. Feel
No,
like
I did grasp it. Yeah,
okay,
that's what's what like as soon as like you were leaving, it was like, oh damn, what am I like? Who am I gonna jam with now? You know,
true.
because yeah, it was really cool. I got to like you really taught me how to be more spontaneous and trust my gut. That's the
Mm,
one thing I really admired, especially with like walking around with you in the city as you went and looking for inspiration, like
mm,
anything, even just a letterbox and a bird flying by inspired you. Especially the
yeah,
Gucci store. Like I've never been in there before.
true. Wait, we went to the Gucci store.
No, it was it Louis Vuitton? That's right,
Oh, the
Louis
Vuitton
Vuitton.
store. Yeah, nothing inspires me
Yeah,
more than walking through that store. That
yeah,
was
bro.
great. We went with Lady Blue.
Yeah, hmm,
Yeah, that was a really funny day actually when we went through the Vuitton store. And then we went upstairs and we were looking at the furniture as well.
yeah. And it was just all these weird things. I'm like, okay, that's furniture, I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. It
it's
was
cool.
cool. It's been a journey so far. But I'm really glad that that was a moment for you to kind of like be like, oh, this idea of spontaneity is just like like Zeke, what are we doing today? And I was like, get here and you'll find out.
Literally. And the same thing with the podcast. Just yeah, strap in. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
just blow me back yet again. I really love the setup. It's cool how it's just like a background, and
yeah.
I really like it, bro. It's
It
really
was
cool.
fun. It was fun doing the setup for this as well. Like I guess had the whole like Nevada thing. I really got into like the story in the beginning. It's kind of it's mellowed now, and then I'll build that back up again. But
Hmm.
because part of like what was really inspiring about and what is inspiring about starting a new idea is the potential to design something that is bigger than life itself. It's like or just bigger than you in that current moment. Like for me, it was like I've been stuck really in Italy in a way. I've enjoyed my time here so far. I am thankful to kind of be coming back in Australia, back to Australia, because like life in Milan is like is hard. It's just Europe. Europe is a crazy place. You know.
Yeah, tell us about it. What's so
Um,
crazy about it?
it's been like it's just Milan is such a mix of cultures. There's
Hmm.
every single culture exists in Milan except for New Zealand. Okay, let's just say that.
Yeah.
So you got every kind of culture in here. It's a big mix, and there's a lot of like struggle on top of like a lot of like real wealth. So it's like
Hmm.
you have people in the middle like myself and trying to navigate this industry that's really like that only speaks Italian as well, which is what I've come to realize. Like
Hmm.
I I've tried to get my bike tire pumped and like nobody speaks English. I'm like I feel like a caveman. I'm trying to tell people like you got like pump. I mean I could just figure out how to say the word, but you get my point. Um,
Yeah.
and so like with that, it's been kind of a realization that like okay, like I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna get my degree, and then I'll come back, and I already feel like I have this whole new like ability, and I really value that. Um, the question was like, did I need to come all the way out here, um, become poor, and then get back to Australia to start again? I don't know. I don't know. Like upon reflection, now I'm like Zeke, bro. Anyway, these are the things that we do sometimes. I've noticed in my life, like I posed challenges all the time, like as if nothing and there's no it's not needed. For some reason, like I'll just like create some sort of fucking scenario where now it's like, fuck, like
Yeah.
because the path of this artistry is sort of is in this conflict of like now you're capable. What's the next idea? Now you're capable. It's this thing. So for me, I guess it was like to come out here to challenge myself, pose the question, and I had this opportunity to do the scholarship, and that it's been great to sort of do that. Um, have the perspective. What I feel like is I've learned is like I said before, like this idea that our job as artists is to design story, whether we know it or not. If you are aware of it, then that's even better. But what we're really doing is creating like a world for people to sort of lose themselves in. So the better you get
Mm.
at communicating that, the more people are going to feel like they can get lost in your world. And now like that's what I want to do with the show and now like the brand as well.
Yeah.
So it's been cool for that. It's been cool to kind of acknowledge like I've been wearing thrifted clothing for so long. I had totally lost my fashion sense in looking like Adam Sandler, like
Yeah.
or just like these really like loud pieces from Supreme, but people here don't dress like that. So
Mm.
and fashion is the language. So I'm trying to learn not only Italian but the Italian fashion language. And so now I like walk through the streets, and the first few weeks, I had this sweater on, which I love this sweater piece, and it's really stylable in like Australian in terms of like the fashion sense. They're all like the US, with this color, but like in the
Mm.
street here, even when I was wearing this hat, you know. I just getting like crazy looks from people, and obviously it wasn't enough for me to like stop wearing it, but I was wondering. I'm like, oh, it's so different here. The fashion sense, it's like there's a lot more contained and judgment where people just wear like would rather wear all black. They'll just rather wear all
Yeah.
black, and nobody kind of like pushes and tests, because then it's like, well, is that what are you trying to say? Like, is that a fashion statement? That's not, that's not fashion, because being in the fashion capital, everybody I think has a take on fashion.
Mm.
So yeah, that's been the mix. It's been a great turning point for me to be like more of like reflective of like and reflection on what I've been wearing and what I think about fashion now and what I know about fashion now for situations that happen with people. It's kind of part, I guess. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, what's your sort of take on that? What do you feel like?
I
Because I know
mean,
that
no, 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 it's okay. I mean, yeah, I mean, any enemies will happen anywhere you go. It's just a matter of just not caring about other people's perceptions because everyone has an opinion of you. But yeah, just definitely with fashion, I feel like it has more to do with, especially being in the capital of it all. It definitely has to do more about your environments you're in because you can go over the way to Sydney, for example, everyone likes to wear very loud outfits or flashy things, look very clean, but then somewhere else, all the way in like, let's go to Perth, it's not far away, and everyone's just wearing rocking sandals and shorts. Like that's the fact. Like that's the fashion. Like it just
yeah,
depends
yeah,
on where you're at, with the
it's the
perception of
language
that
of Perth.
changes. Yeah, literally. Like the language of like where you're at, of what things are, because yeah, but even with like trying to, like you were saying before, trying to pump up your tires, like I actually thought you spoke Italian.
No, I'm getting better. Like I got like, bene tu, tutto bene, inglese. Parla inglese because like speak English. I use that one. That's the one I use the most. No,
Yeah,
everybody that approaches me on the street, for some reason, I look like the kind of guy who can give directions. I'm realizing
yeah.
that. I have a
Like
very, I don't know
generally,
what it is, maybe my.
I don't know, bro. You this is just it's probably the fit. I don't know, but
They're
like
like, that looks like a guy who could give directions.
yeah, he ain't from here. I honestly thought when you were going there, you'd actually would be okay, but it seems like it's been like a struggle. It's been a bit of hurdles for you.
It's been
Hmm.
intense, yeah, and like I guess intense, and I've been doing it like on my own accounts as well. Like I've been very privileged to be staying in this place where I've had it locked in till June and things like that as well. But being so like I noticed like being so locked into this idea of also having this sort of like hustle and continue to build up, because obviously like a big part of me being an artist was always like, well, I can support myself financially, and coming here and being like, oh my god, like I'm like taking all these small losses and hits, and then taking all these small, maybe spending where I'm like, and then I spend and I'm like, why did I do that? You know, but only
Mm.
after the fact. So, because I used to be better at budgeting, and then I think I came here and I'm like, oh, I'm like in this like foreign place now, and I have a few things that are like covered by people who have supported me, and with that financial support now, it I like slipped a bit. I like